The project management team Voxel just released the 3D editor Voxel 4. It is great, it is inspiring, it has prominent marketing, and it has 0 active users because it's just gone out with 0 units in stock. So I think it's fair that we go and start printing this thing. Maybe 100,000 copies is what we'll aim for. And maybe, just maybe, we should maybe order 110,000 copies just to make sure that it does okay. I also want to double check and see how they're doing with Voxel 5, which is aiming for, 2 years from now, September 2012. That is totally fine. Voxel 4 is being supported, Voxel 4 is being marketed, and hopefully it'll be updated soon enough. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to do. I'm also realizing I could get the update team working on, the updates for all of this. That might not be the worst idea in the world because right now the 3D editor team is of course working on all of this. I might bring the update cycle down to 2 months though, and maybe only, since they're aiming for 2 years, we do 2 years of updates so that we're not overdoing it. And hopefully, all things considered, we're going to see some good stuff come out of Voxel 4. The last one did a relatively respectable 74 million, which is middle of the road for the company. So I can kind of deal with that. It's not the end of the world. It is slightly disappointing that Plum Bob still hasn't made money, but I mean, hopefully it will. 100,000 active users paying $5 a month. There's potential there. There is definitely potential that it'll make some money. And FrameOS 2, of course, I mean, it did 55 million, which is also kind of respectable. So I'm not going to worry too much about all of that. What I would like to do is have a look at who is not doing anything. So the operating system team is doing nothing. Marketing 3 is doing nothing. So perhaps it would be an idea to either go ahead and put the marketing system team on another operating system, or we could potentially put them on Nextbox. That is an option that we have. The operating system team. I think I said operating system team. I think putting them on Nextbox can be interesting, although I'm not thinking it's going to speed things up all that much. So I think we stick with what we're doing. I think FrameOS 2 is going to get a sequel, although I might throw it at project management because I think we've kind of reached the point where we can do that. So let's turn on some labels and let's see where my operating system team happens to be. They're over here. So I think what I'm going to do is go into this room and make sure that it allows people to pass through. I think I'm going to go into my teams and I'm going to go and sort by name so I can get management. I would like to copy or rename the team and copy the name and then copy the team. So it's going to be management and just, I guess, OS or management frame, I guess, so that we can go ahead and get somebody working on project management for, frame. That's basically the idea. It is a little bit weird going ahead and project managing an operating system. I don't know that I've done this before, but I'm kind of excited to do this because it's something a little bit different. So let's go in. Let's go ahead and hire an employee. We'll get a leader. Secondary is kind of irrelevant. We'll do service, I guess. We are going to want automation, and that is really about it. That's kind of all we're looking for. So we'll sort by skill, which is going to be Gabrielle Kramer. That's fine. HR and automation is solid. We are going to put you into the good old management frame team. So you are hired, which is fantastic. And if we go to management frame, we want to go and set you as the team leader. So that's all done, which is great. The next thing to do is project manage this, which is going to be the frame project. The leader of this is, of course, going to be management frame, so Gabrielle Kramer. And then all of the teams are just going to be operating system. Now, interestingly, it seems like I actually can't go ahead and assign the Frame OS, software to this as a prototype software. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. I have got everything else set up though. So we will set this up as project management, and it's going to do basically nothing for now, which I'm totally okay with. And my hope is that I can go in and say, let's start working on a sequel to Frame OS 2, so Frame OS 3. The framework is going to be Doors, which has 2004 tech. Well, it was released in 2004. It doesn't have all that much in the way of tech, I don't think. I think it's going to be a little bit behind. Yeah, unfortunately, everything about this framework is a little bit behind right now, but that's okay. I'm not really super worried about it. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping I can project manage it from here. So at the moment, it's 149.68. We are going to be looking at a lot of wasted interest with this. I'm aware that wasted interest isn't all that good, but I would like to go in and start doing something like surround sound as the new feature for this. Price is still 149. I'm going to lower that to 145 just so it's nice and easy. And that seems fine. It's Frame OS 3. That's a good name for it. We can analyze the market. We want to target security. In this case, 100% expected interest is solid. And it is going to be going to the OS team. I don't think it matters what teams I actually assign this to, but we're going to do it this way anyway. And we can project manage it on Frame. So that seems to have done it. We are now project managing our, Frame OS 3. That is good. That is what we're looking for. We now don't need to worry about doing Frame OS anymore. I do think it should probably have something like 150% development time and also source control. I think that's important. We're going to hype it, of course, and they're aiming for August 2013. I don't know about that one. I do not know about that one, but sure, that's fair enough. Good luck with it. Voxel just did 8.4 million. Good. That's what we're looking for. Nerdisoft Echo 4 down to 1.9 million. Not bad either, but I will take it. Voxel making some money. That is very good news. So with all of that out of the way, I want to come over to the warehouse because I've been a little bit busy in here. I don't know if I did any of this in the last episode or between episodes, but I decided to come in here and just sort of redecorate a little bit. I think the logo was in here in the last episode, but I've just changed some of the colors of the offices ever so slightly. I've redecorated the canteen just a little bit, and I added a little bit more color to some of this space, and also took some more of the conveyor belts underground just to open up this space. We also have a bunch more lights in here, which are set to always be on. And I added some chairs up here because I thought it looked cool. I added some room dividers around the conveyor belts, and we have some vending machines out here, along with, I think, some water coolers over in these spaces as well. I just figured it probably made sense. It was probably a nice little thing to have in here. And I'm also thinking I sort of want to get some more water coolers in here. So down this way, I'm thinking a water cooler maybe right here, right against that wall seems like a good idea. I don't love it right up against the window, but I'm kind of okay with it. I'm thinking a water cooler maybe there instead is a better spot for it. I think that kind of works. I don't love that it's sticking out into the hallway though. Maybe over, oh wait, you know where these can go? I'll tell you exactly where these can go. They can go right, I want it against that wall is where I want it. So roughly in the middle there. This one can move to be roughly in the middle, right about there. Just a couple of water coolers down here seems like a good idea. We have got the room for them up here. I don't know if I love the idea. I think maybe that corner, and we'll do the same here as well. We don't really need them on the top floor, that's for sure, but just a few water coolers through the building, just so someone can get a nice little cup of water. You know, I don't know what it is. There was a water cooler in a building I used to work in. I've told this story before, but many years ago, I had an office that I was renting to run this YouTube channel out of. And then eventually I renovated my garage and we moved everything in here, and I've been in here ever since. It's quite cool in here. I like it. I've never done a studio tour, and I probably never will, because it's an absolute, man, when I tell you it's an absolute mess out here, it's bad. But the point is that the office I was renting was in a building that had other offices in it, and it was pretty cool. I met some cool people, and that was all very nice. But there was a water cooler out in the lobby, and there was just something about it. It was always just nicely chilled. It wasn't too cold. Like, it was really cold, but it wasn't so cold that it was like it was too much, you know? That's my It's my memory of water coolers. They're really cold. It's really refreshing. It's great water. Just 10 out of 10. Love a water cooler. I need to get one. I don't need one. I can just go and like get water from the fridge or a tap, or, you know, I live in Ireland, so I can open my mouth outside and look up and it'll rain into my mouth. But I kind of want a water cooler. Oh, this is hilarious. This studio wants to buy the Voxel IP for $28 million. That is not happening at all. These guys all want me to print stuff as well. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take all of them. I think, yeah, we can absolutely do that. Our printing should be able to manage that. How much is Voxel? 28 million, right? We did 8 million last month. We did 75 million Voxel on Voxel 3, 67 million on Voxel 2, and 123 million on the original Voxel. And they're offering me 28 million for that franchise. I'm slightly insulted. Only slightly, but I am slightly insulted. I'm also concerned that Space Command 4 is taking so long to do. That audio art is really holding it back. Same with Private Stabby Face. Audio art is again kind of holding us back a little bit here, which I don't love. I kind of need it to be done because it's gonna be. This has been in development since August 2000. This has been in development for almost 5 years. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That needs to get finished. Why are they so bad at that? And also, why is the Echo project having so many problems? That's really not good. Why is Truman Banks having so many issues with Echo these days? I need to have a look into Truman Banks and see what's going on there. We might just need to get a new team leader. It's a definite possibility. I mean, you're 59 years old. Let's have a look at your details. You feel stuck here. Your energy is bad. You've got a private office. I think we fire you. I think we fire you and we bring in someone new, unfortunately. So, Truman Banks, you are fired. That's fine. Let's get someone new for the Echo management project. So we'll begin looking. We'll sort by skill. Jason Colon, you're 48 years old. That's fine. You can probably do everything I'm looking for. So management, Echo, you are hired. Congratulations. We'll go into employees. We'll go to you and change your role to leader, which should be fine. Then we can assign this to, we want to go to Jason Colon. There you go. Hopefully that works and hopefully that turns out okay. The updates project as well, Fabian Hopkins is having a lot of problems. We lost, oh, that's bad. Lost 108, 65, 164, 110 bug fixes. I'm not sure what the issue is with Fabian Hopkins. That has me slightly concerned. Let me just double check that I'm not doing something wrong here with these employees. So we want to look at your leadership. HR is fine. Automation is what I'm looking for. I don't know if multitasking is maybe something we want to educate you in. I guess we can try and educate you in multitasking and see how that goes. And I suppose the real test is, will Jason Colon be better for Echo? And will that no longer be a problem? And the development on this is awful. 98.9%, 99% now. We do have the audio team working on both of these, and it is a top priority, but they are also, understandably, working on Echo, which, by the looks of it, the effectiveness is going pretty well. No, it's dropping again. Skilled leaders that keep the effectiveness bar above the blue marker make less mistakes. So you are a skilled leader. I don't understand. I'm not too sure what's going on with Echo 4 or just the Echo project in general. It seems that very suddenly the effectiveness kind of dropped off a little bit, which is slightly concerning. I might also shift the update teams on this to the actual update team. I know they're doing some stuff already, but I think giving the audio team less to do given that they're working on Echo and also working on Space Command and Private Stabby Face. That seems fair. And I'm also thinking that maybe the effectiveness is so bad because they're doing so much. So I'm going to test something here. I'm going to bring the update cycle to... I'm not going to do it indefinitely anymore. I'm going to go back to 3 months, and I'm going to go back to 1 out of 4 categories. Okay, what have we got? Best employer? Gotta be me. It was me. Of course it was. Beautiful. I'm going to bring this back to... Honestly, I mean, how often are we releasing these? Echo is releasing 2010. I'm going to just go for 2 years is what we're going to do. We're going to try just doing 2 years of support and see if maybe we just have too much going on. I really don't know. Updates, also kind of a problem, but they have a lot of tasks that they're managing. I really don't know. If you have any idea why, I might have asked this in the last episode, but if you have any idea what's going on with like the Echo project and the updates project, because it does seem like it's fallen apart suddenly, although it also seems like Echo is slowly getting there. I don't know. If you have any idea what's going on, let me know in the comments and we'll see if we can fix this. I'm hopeful that we can fix this. I'm also noticing that Plumbob really isn't making money and FrameOS 2 really isn't making money either. Plumbob is... I don't know if it's going to get there. Voxel 4 just did 10 million though. That's good. Pixel 5 just did 1.3. Echo 4 just did 1.8. So $22 million. That's respectable. Ooh, also, Plumbob is good to update and research is good to be finished right here. So we will start working on patenting 2010 systems, which I'm very excited about. If we look in here, we have got 161 million from 2008 systems. We got 81 million from 2007, 110, 198. We also have 2009, and we should have 2010 as well. Our competitor is looking at Q3 2012. We'll be fine. We will absolutely be fine. NextCon is about to go into its alpha phase. Nextbox is coming along really nicely as well. Someone pointed out in the comments, by the way, one of our channel members pointed out that I was talking about the idea of the Nextbox being based on Nexus, and then I didn't put an app store into the console. And I was going to try and come up with some counter to that. I was going to try and come up with some way that it makes sense. And part of me was thinking, oh, but that's okay because it doesn't have an app store, but the games store is built like the Xbox Live Arcade back in the day, or like the Xbox Live Marketplace or whatever it was called. My argument's not very good. You're right. It probably should have had an app store for it to make, sense within the lore, but here we are. I got nothing, man. You're right. You're completely right. It was a little bit of a slip up on my part, but it'll be okay. I'm hoping that the next box is going to be good. I'm hoping for good things there. We have some more print jobs coming through, nothing major, so we'll take those. Looks like all of the print jobs that we did have are already done. I love that. I love the product printers. I really do. I love the setup that we have in here. I love the little underground part. I love seeing all the products come through and then kind of go up this way and down to, it's just such a good setup, and it feeds underground and feeds out. I really do love all of this. Now NextCon is ready to develop, which is great. Unfortunately, I can't really print it. I can print it. I can't really market it. I know that for sure because I don't know when the next box is going to go out. So we kind of have to wait on NextCon before we do anything with it. So we'll just kind of leave it be for now, and that'll be fine. Nerdosoft Notebook, though, very close to being done. The games are very close to being done as well, thankfully. It seems that we're slowly getting there with those 99.8%, 99.3%. I could push them forward, but I don't know. I don't think I want to. I just don't. I kind of want this. I want them to be at 100%. I mean, Space Command 4 is so painfully close to 100% complete. I really don't know where the struggle has come from with that. I'm also realizing FrameOS has a lot of bugs. So, oh, wait a minute. An update's already in... Oh, I just took over the... I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. Okay, that's fine. The update team can work on getting that going. These are all at 99%. Come on. We're gonna have a really, oh, Pixel 6 has gone out. Okay, that's interesting because Echo 5 is going out in a couple of months as well. So 2010 is gonna be a pretty good year for the company in terms of releases. 2011 should have Space Command 4, Private Stabby Face, and Nerdosoft Notebook as well. So that's good. Is Pixel 6 good? It's great and inspiring. Great and inspiring was Pixel 5. Pixel 4 was outstanding and inspiring. I might give it a little bit more time. I might give these a little bit more time. Let's start printing 150,000 copies will be our goal, and then that'll get managed by the project. I think we could probably order some copies as well, which obviously costs a bit of money. Widespread marketing is great though, but I do think Pixel 7, let's give it 170% on development time. I think that's fair enough. Just give it a little bit more time. I'm also realizing that Leela Green has a load of tasks going on in here and is doing perfectly fine. So I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I really don't. So we'll have to figure this out is what we're going to have to do, but it's totally fine. Let's make sure that all of the Pixel products are in here and being project managed. It looks like they are for the most part, which is great. Pixel 4 is in there. Just everything I want to make sure it's getting updated and looked after and all that good stuff. So Pixel's going to be a little bit slower going forward. That's fine. Echo, how is Echo doing in terms of quality? It is outstanding and visionary, so I'm not really going to slow it down. Voxel was great. Is Voxel at 170% development time? It is. Okay, but didn't we just release one and it was still only great? Okay. Let's give that 180% and see if that makes it any better. Not really too sure if it will, but I'm willing to give it a shot and I'm hoping for the best on that one. I'm also really hoping, I mean, Pixel 6 needs to make 1 million to break even. We're at 1,473. We just, oh, how much money did we just make? How did Pixel 6 do? Oh, it only did 3 million. Okay. All right. Well, we did 8 million there, which is fine. I think we might have just got a lot of money from deals, or not deals, sorry. Yeah, royalties. 19 million on royalties. I love that so much. I really, really do. I love research. It's 2009 systems that are coming into play there as well, which is so good. I really, really love research. I really do. It might be my favorite thing to play with in Software Inc. right now. It feels so cheesy, but I also think, oh, that could be really, this game has multiplayer, right? And I've been dabbling with the idea of playing some multiplayer Software Inc. in the near future. And it's got me thinking about how crippling research could be in a multiplayer game of Software Inc. Although it could also be, no, I don't know how that would, I guess if you work together with somebody, hold on, I realize I'm just looking at a really boring screen here. Let me grab these print jobs and that'll be fine. Let me get this hosting job as well. Yeah, my thinking on it though is maybe you work together, like if you have 2 or 3 people, then one person researches systems, one person goes for 2D, one person goes for 3D, and you maybe try and corner the market that way. So at least you're all making money that way. But then whoever has systems is going to make the most money because everything uses systems. Although to be fair, I think everything uses at least 2D as well. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there for a multiplayer setting for Software Inc. But I don't know. We might find out at some point in the near or distant future. Who knows? Anyway, Space Command 4 is ready for beta, which is amazing. Private Stabby Face is almost there. Nerdosoft Notebook is almost there. Let's have a look at the events calendar. Let's have a look at 2011. And we are doing an RTS game. I want to say April, July, October for my releases. That might be too much though. That might be too much time between them. What if we try and take over the summer? What if we do Space Command 4 in June? We do Private Stabby Face in July and Nerdist of Notebook in August. I think that seems fair. So 2011, we are going to go for June for Space Command 4. Private Stabby Face, we are going to go for July. And then Notebook. Notebook doesn't really need to be held back though, so maybe we do May, June, July. That might be the idea on that one. We'll do the Office software first. So we'll do May of 2011. Well, no, a little bit more marketing time on that probably wouldn't hurt since we don't actually have a presence in that market. So I think we'll stick with August and that'll be all right. Space Command 4, let's do a maximum 150,000 copies on that one. And then for Private Stabby Face, we can just keep it here for now, and then we'll do 150,000 on that. That seems good. I like that a lot. We do need to get some marketing going on this. So let's see. Marketing 3 isn't doing much. So we'll have them start dealing with this press release. We can have them, well, we'll send out a press build and we'll have them hype this. That's marketing 1 doing it though, which I don't really want to do. So marketing 3 is going to deal with the hype. Private Stabby Face, same thing. Marketing 3 and hype it. We're not sending out a press build of that one just yet. And Notebook, same thing. Marketing 3, and we'll send out a little bit of hype as well, just to try and keep that going. So that's a lot of things we have going on. But we're very close to being done with Private Stabby Face. Notebook is ready to move forward, so we'll print a maximum 150,000 copies of that, which is totally fine. And again, Private Stabby Face, very close to being done there. Next month is Echo 5, which I'm hoping is going to be good. Going to be slightly annoyed if it isn't, but we're going to find out together whether or not it is worth any of the hype or any of the concern or whatever we have going on. We just did $30 million in profits last month, 3.9 on Pixel 6, 9 million on Voxel 4, Plumbob, 186,000. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm really hoping we can start to sort out these projects. The efficiency, the effectiveness, it is bothering me, but we'll get there. We'll manage. All right, so Nerdosoft Echo is great and visionary. Nothing in stock, that's fine. Unavoidable marketing is good. We will print 150,000 copies maximum, and we will order 74,000 copies just because I think that's probably fair enough. And hopefully it sells. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we see some good things come out of that particular project and a good bit of money come out of that project as well, because that's definitely something we need to get our hands on, is a little bit more money. We only have $1.5 billion, guys. It's kind of a problem. Let's accept all of this and see what's going on. How did we do? Okay. $15 million. That's 42 million right there. Okay. Yep. That's that's pretty solid. We also we're still selling Stabby Face 2, which I realize makes sense because we haven't, we never did Stabby Face 3, did we? No, we did Stabby Face in 93. We did Stabby Face 2 in 2003. Thankfully, it's not a full 10 years before the next one's coming out, but it's close. It's 8 years before Stabby Face 3. Man, we're turning into Rockstar with our games. That's what we're doing. We did, I mean, admittedly, they had a really good run of GTA 3. Then the next year was Vice City. The next year was San Andreas. And then it was like Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories on the PSP. I think Chinatown Wars came along, and then it was GTA 4. I think San Andreas was like 2004, 2005. I think it was 2004. Maybe it wasn't quite a year between those games, but it was something like that. I know it was very, very quick succession that you went from 3 to Vice City to San Andreas. And then I think GTA 4 was 2007. GTA 5 was 2013. I think it was originally supposed to be 2012. and then it became, no, I might be wrong on that. I don't remember. I know this channel started in 2012. I think. Yeah, this channel started in 2012. So I don't know. And I think GTA was a year later. So 2013. It was supposed to be spring 2013. It ended up being like September, October. And it's been almost 12 years between GTA 5 and GTA 6. We are turning into Rockstar, is what I'm getting at. We are spending so much time making our games, and I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I mean, Space Command 4, admittedly, does have a good amount of followers, so it's not all bad, but we definitely need to get on top of all of this. We really, really do. Thankfully, this press release is good to go. And yeah, more followers is great there. Private Stabby Face is at 99.9%, man. Come on. It still isn't quite ready to go forward there. That is kind of a problem. NextCon, I've also realized, is unassigned. That's why it's been red this entire time. So we'll get the console guys working on NextCon there. It is gonna get made. It's just not gonna get printed anytime soon. This FrameOS 2 update is taking forever, which is a bit of a problem. But I think, again, we'll manage. FrameOS 3 still aiming for August 2013. I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one. I'm really not sure that's really not sure that it's going to be done in time, but we will find out together is what we'll do. Now, it is January 2011. It is approaching the end of January 2011, and I totally forgot to start researching Systems 2011. So let's get on top of that so that these guys can get it done by the middle of the year. These guys are also starting to research Systems 2011, so hopefully we do get our hands on that one. At the very least, we're halfway through patenting Systems 2010. We are getting money off of all of these still. We got more money for Systems 2003, so we're doing all right. We're definitely doing all right. We're getting a good few million here and there for all of these different system researches that we've been doing. NextCon is ready to promote. That's fine. It's going to continue to just get whatever bugs fixed that it has. The console itself isn't done yet. It's not even in development, so we're going to be sitting on that one for a while. I was kind of hoping the console would go a little bit quicker. We do have everybody that we need. We have the programmers, we have the artists. It doesn't make any mention of designers, unfortunately, but it'll be all right. Is what it'll be. It'll be totally okay. So June 2011 for Space Command 4, July 2011 for Private Stabby Face, which let's send it a press build of that one and start working on another press release because it really doesn't have that many followers. And then August 2011 for NerdResoft Notebook. I'm hoping for some good things there. I'm hoping that we can stay on top of marketing and make that all work out. Voxel 5, September 2012. Pixel 7 was January 2013. That'll likely be end of 2012. That'll get brought forward. September 2013 will probably change to early 2013 for Echo. And then Frame, again, we know is August 2013. That might get brought forward. That might get brought forward. And I don't love the idea that it will. I'm not looking forward to the idea of that getting brought forward because I just don't think it should be. Oh no, this is a bit more interesting. $75 million for the Voxel IP. I'm still not doing it, but I do appreciate that they're offering me considerably more money for that intellectual property. Again, they're not getting it, but I appreciate the effort. I'm also going to take some more contracts just to try and keep boosting my reputation with the industry as a whole. We're almost at 4 stars, which is good. And of course, next month is June, so we start to see some of my releases go out. Space Command 4 is finally happening. It's going to be so horrendously out of date, though. I don't like the fact that it's going to be horrendously out of date. It's kind of a problem that it's going to be so badly out of date, but it should be fine. We have fixed nearly 500 bugs in it, and you know what? Let's just release it. Let's just see how we're doing here. I'm curious. A lot of work went into it. 4 stars, 3 stars, and 3 stars. Ooh. Was this released 20 years ago or something? Oh boy. Oh no. Let's do $40,000 in marketing. Let me see. Let me have a look at my marketing teams. You guys have 3 tasks, so marketing 3 can have it. That's fine. It is outstanding. It is inspiring. It needs ported pretty much instantly. So porting 1 and porting 2 are both going to work on this. Active users. We have so many millions of users in here that could have this. FrameOS is going to be in there. FrameOS 3 is down there. Am I missing FrameOS 2 or I guess, oh, there it is. I'm blind. Right there for FrameOS. You know what? All of those, everything with 100,000 or more, we're going to port it to every single one of those systems. Update is, Network 2002. There's a lot. There's so much to do in here. Antivirus and updates. So this is Game Dev Day needs to work on this. The 2D editor in question is going to be Pixel 6. The 3D editor in question is going to be Voxel 4. The audio tool is Echo 4. That's fine. Okay, I want to say we can also put the updates team on this, and we're going to try our best to get this update done as quickly as is possible. There is a little bit of marketing to be done here. Let's move this up to the top and make that a top priority for marketing 3. Plumbob is marketing 1. Honestly, I'm going to stop marketing that. It's a bit of a flop, and marketing 1 can keep doing FrameOS 2. That's fine. Let's see. Space Command 4 needs to be supported. Let's move that up to here. And that is support 2 working on that. So let's make this a bit of a lesser priority. Nexus 3, 27 million users. Let's move that up to here as well. It can probably be like an 8. Let's see. Stabby Face 2, 12,000 active users. I'm going to cancel support on that one. Space Command Origins, cancel support. Voxel. Why are we still supporting Voxel? FrameOS is fine. Move that up to here. And Plumbob, it's going to continue to get supported. That's okay. All right. So that's all good. We are still doing this contract. This is the port job that needs to be a priority, and this needs to be a priority as well. I am hoping for good things here for Space Command 4. I'm hoping this update can get done quickly. It is going. It's not going quickly, so I think I am going to throw Game Dev Night at this as well. I might throw these guys into the mix and just see if I assign the entire company to work on this. It really didn't speed it up at all, so we'll take all of you guys off of it. We'll just have the game devs and the update guys work on it. Research for 2011 is done, which is great. So sure, we'll start working on patenting that because obviously it's a priority, and we can probably... I mean, this has a little bit of time left to go, but I think I'm going to just start developing it just to try and get this contract done as quickly as we can. This FrameOS 2 update, I'm going to finish because that can go back to the project management team, and we'll see what happens. I'm not... Ooh! 4 out of 4 categories. That doesn't happen often. Best employer, me. Absolutely. Best product was not me. I got 3rd. For Pixel 6. Best designer was me. Okay. And most profitable product was also me with Voxel 4. Okay. I don't remember the last time I was nominated in all 4 categories. I also forgot to put up our award for last year. So Best Employer 2011, Best Employer 2012. And then over here, we finally started this new row. Wait, did I say 2012? Best Employer 2011. Oh, I got those backwards. Hold on a minute. 2010 and 2011 is what we're looking for. That's a little bit better. We're getting somewhere with this. We only had to hire 100 security guards to make sure we're getting somewhere with the awards room, but we're getting somewhere. I'll take it. I can deal with that. This update is getting there, which is great. The game dev night shift is working on it. I am curious though. Minus 40,000 in marketing. We need to make 2.2 million to break even. It's gonna be make or break on this one. Let's see what we're doing. We did $8.6 million. Yes. And that's without all of the porting. That's without porting it to new systems. That's without updating it to modern standards. 8.6 million with something like I want to say like 5 million customers not being reached because it's not on 12 of the most popular operating systems. That's good. That makes me really happy. Okay. Right. Private Stabby Face needs to go out this month. So yeah, release it. That's going to be something. Let's see what we're looking at. We are looking at 4 stars, 3 stars, and 3 stars. They made the IP worse. Oh no. It doesn't need me to order copies. That's fine. $40,000 marketing that one, please. And we'll move this up to the top as well. So that's going to go to a priority 10, I think, for the marketing. And support is right here. I think that can also be a priority 10. Is it good? It's outstanding and inspiring, which is great. So immediately we want to port this the way we did. Oh man, that's so many operating systems. We want to update this as well because it is so horrendously out of date. It really might just need to be the night shift guys working on this because we probably don't have enough. Well, I don't want to split the teams too much, but we'll see what we can manage to do. Thankfully, I can just use all of my own stuff for the updates. I think it will be Game Dev Night working on this, and that'll be fine. And then for the Space Command update, we'll take Game Dev Night off of it. We'll keep the update guys working on it. And hopefully those updates can happen relatively quickly. That's sort of what we're looking for. I kind of need the Space Command 4 update to go out today. And of course, we're going to have bugs to deal with now as well. So that's going to slow things down a little bit. Also, audio art really is slowing us down something fierce. What if I assigned the audio team to this? That kind of sped it up a little bit. But again, I think, I want to say the game devs might just need some new audio artists. I think they're really not very good at it. So if we look in here at audio, yeah, they've got 1 audio artist. That's the problem. And they have 1 audio artist as well. So I think we need to have a look at our game dev teams and make sure that, number 1, the teams are full. So 27 people. And there are what? I'm assuming, yeah, 13 and 13. So we have managed. I never colored these. I never did these chairs. I should make sure the chairs are all red. Yeah, that's problematic. We do have this space available though. So I could add 13 more people to each game dev team and just make sure that a little bit more of that is going to include artists. That might be what I do. I think that is what I'm going to do because the game dev teams kind of suck. So let's select this room. We'll do both the game dev teams. Let me grab this nice sort of pinkish red color and we'll sort out the carpet first. I don't think this is the best way to do this, but I think this is just what I'm going to do. So grab all of these chairs, get them to be nice and red, and then grab the one in the office, which doesn't need to be changed, but we'll make it nice and red as well. So if we go to game devs, we can basically add 13 more people per team. So that's going to bring us to 40 and 40. We currently have 7 artists. So 13 more. I want to say 13, let's say 11 artists. That leaves me 9. We'll do, let's say, oh, hold on a minute. So if I do 9, I could do 5 more designers, which would bring us to 14. That leaves me 5 for programmers as well. So 14 and 14 is 28 plus 11 is 39. And then 1 leader is 40. So 14, 14 and 11 for game dev day. And then same thing in here. We want to do 14, 14 and 11 for game dev night. And if I've done my math properly, those 2 teams should end up with 40 employees. And that will hopefully include more artists. Yeah, game dev night now has 5 level 3 artists for audio. Hopefully game dev day gets the same treatment and ends up with a few more level 3 audio artists. I'm going to be really annoyed if they don't, but I'm certainly hoping that they do, because that's really going to help them out. And to be fair, I mean, these guys are getting through that, so we'll see what happens. Private Stabby Face, minus $40,000 is going to turn into 4.3 million. Okay. Could be better. Could definitely be better, but they have both broken even, which is great news. Another 8 million on Space Command 4. So not bad. Definitely not bad. Looking into you guys, do they have, there we go, 4 level 3 audio artists. So they should struggle less now with audio art in general, which is what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and promote this and finish it. It was outstanding quality, which didn't seem to boost my business reputation, so whatever. That's totally fine. These ports are going to take some time, but that'll be okay. Hopefully these updates are good, and we also need to release Nerdosoft Notebook, so let's just do that. I'm assuming 5, 2, and 5, so they don't know who we are, but the quality is amazing. That's good. We'll do $40,000 on that marketing project as well, and of course move it up to the top there. Let's have a look at it. It is outstanding and ordinary, so quality's good, creativity, meh. I can deal with that. The porting guys are going to do, honestly, just one. We'll just do the one port. Maybe FrameOS 3 as well, but I think we can hold off on that. That'll be totally fine. In fact, yeah, that'll be totally fine. Updates for this. Let's make sure it is as good as it can possibly be. It is updates and what is this? This is Office software. So we want to give that to the Office team, which is fine. Source control, 2D is Pixel, and audio is Echo 4. So we'll get that going, and that'll hopefully keep us good. And I think what we can also do is go to the updates project and have a little bit of a look at some existing projects, because we want to say that these are going in there as well. These are not getting project managed. Now there's Plumbob, and I think we'll stop updating all of these. I think FrameOS can come out of there. Voxel 2 can come out of there. Pixel 4 can come out of there. FrameOS 2 can stay in there. I think that's fine, but this might help us just deal with what we're dealing with a little bit better. We'll see how that goes. I'm hoping for good things. I'm definitely hoping. Got a lot of ports going on there. Got a lot of ports going on there as well. Hopefully things work out. Let's see. Did I start up? I did start updating Nerdosoft Notebook. I think it's been taken over by, unless I'm blind, I think it's been taken over by that project, which is totally fine. Updating Sergeant Stabbyface 2. Wait, have we? This isn't. Did I take that over? I might have taken that over. Let's finish that. Wait, no. I don't. Yeah, finish that. I don't care about Stabbyface 2. It's totally fine. I think we're in a good place though, right? We're porting Sergeant Stabbyface, the original. I'm going to cancel that. Space Command 3 I'm going to cancel. I'm going to cancel this as well. Nextbox is finally ready to develop, which is amazing news. We want to assign that to the console team because that's the guys that should be doing it, which is great. And support for Nerdosoft Notebook is going to move up to there as well. That's totally fine. Okay. I think we're in a good place. I really do. We've expanded the game devs, so getting those updates should be fine. In fact, I realize the game devs aren't doing anything now because I've just handed off updating all of those games to the updates project. Interesting. So Space Command 4, let me see here. Do we have, can I look at the archive? I guess I can't. All right. So they're doing Space Command Origins. The updates team is going to be overwhelmed. Those guys are doing so much. They are nearly done with the Space Command 4 update, but they are genuinely doing so much, and I don't know that they're going to be skilled enough to do all of this. So I think I am going to take over this, and I'm going to take over this, and I'm going to take over the notebook update as well, because I want to make sure that those get done properly. So Space Command 4 is going to get updated by the game devs again. Stabbyface is game dev Nights, and Notebook is updates and Office. So for these first updates, I think it kind of needs to be, those teams doing it, especially since I just hired a bunch of new people to do it, which I think is important. I'm also wondering if 3D art is something they kind of struggle with as well. But we should be fine. We should be totally fine. We just did 3.8 million on Nerdosoft Notebook, 4.7 on Stabby Face, and 12 million on Space Command 4. So that's a total of $35 million in profits. I think we're in a good place. I do. I think we might be in a pretty good place. We have some releases coming up September 2012 for Voxel 5, Pixel 7, January 2013, FrameOS 3, August 2013, Echo 6 in September 2013. 2011 has been a pretty good year for this company. We're almost at $2 billion and we haven't even released any hardware yet. Nextbox is of course in active development, which is very exciting. I'm hoping that goes very well. Space Command 4, struggling a little bit with the audio art. I don't like to see that. I really don't. I think the bugs are probably slowing them down a little bit as well, but we'll get there. This notebook update is done, which is good. So we'll get that going. We are hopefully going to finish this private Stabby Face update. Yeah, it looks like 3D art is slowing them down a little bit, but again, should be fine. We have some deals coming. They want the Stabby Face IP? Absolutely not. I'm insulted that they would even ask. That's one of my longest standing. That was like one of the first games we ever made in Software Inc. I'm pretty sure was Sergeant Stabby Face. I think we also did a spin-off called Captain Murder Stab, which I might bring back, but we're doing pretty well. I'm not interested in selling Sergeant Stabby Face. 5 million for Notebook, 13.6 in Space Command 4, 5.4 on Private Stabby Face, for a grand total of $42.9 million in sales last month, or in net profit last month. 49.2 million in sales, 9.1 in royalties. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good here at Nerdosoft is what we're doing, and I'm very, very happy about it. Anyway, it is November 2011 now. We still have some bugs to fix in Space Command 4 and Private Stabby Face, but I'm going to finish those updates because I think that will then get taken over by the updates project, if I'm not mistaken. I think. They might end up taking it over. They will at least fix the bugs that I didn't bother dealing with, even if the project leader is sort of letting us down a little bit. I'm kind of okay with that. It's not the end of the world. I think what we can do then is continue working in Nextbox. It's kind of our big thing right now. There are a few teams not doing anything. The game devs aren't doing anything. Antivirus isn't doing anything. Office isn't doing anything. I think we can probably throw antivirus development into project management. I don't really think we need to manually do that anymore. I think Plumbob can go and be automated. And I want to say Nerdosoft Notebook is also going to be automated. So we'll throw those into project management. Game development, I'm going to keep as a manual thing. I'm not going to set anything up today because I don't really see any need to do that. I'm not super worried about it. And I forgot we do have the Notebook project ready to go. So, well, the team for management ready to go. So that'll be all right. Nextbox, of course, gonna take a little bit of time. We have released those updates though. So what I'd like to do just before we wrap things up for today is take a look at how things are going. We did just do 47 million in net profit, 52.8 million in sales. I mean, these are doing so well. Space Command 4 is climbing the ranks a little bit. Private Stabby Face is down there, admittedly. It's not far off of passing the original though, which I'm very happy about. And I guess, I don't know, let me let me figure out what we're dealing with. Notebook, it's going to take a little bit, but it'll get there. Honestly, Notebook making 6 million last month, 13 million overall. That's not bad. Given that it's an Office software, given that it's new, I'm pretty pleased with that actually. So I'm not super worried about Notebook. I don't think it's going to be a bestseller by any means, but I'm pretty pleased with where it's gotten to. And I'm curious to see how, Space Command and Private Stabby Face do with those updates out there. So 14.6 million and 6.2 million respectively, accept and close, became 15.8 and 7 million. So I want to say the updates were pretty good. We just did 46.2 million in net profit. We did 55 million in sales. We're doing pretty good. we're we're doing pretty good. I would very quickly like to grab a couple of contracts. I'm going to throw it at my OS team just because I want to try and boost my reputation to 4 stars just before we're done here today. And I think these being 1-month contracts, it really shouldn't take all that long to get these through. So we'll just develop, we'll promote, we will hopefully promote that one and finish for outstanding quality and outstanding quality. There we go. We have a 4-star reputation, 4.5 actually, which is great. 9 million fans. And I suppose, yeah, I think we will throw, like I said, Notebook and Plumbob into project management. I think in the next episode, we can sit down and hopefully start working pretty much immediately on sequels for the Stabby Face franchise and Space Command. I think Space Command is probably going to get, I think we will do Space Commands 5 and 6 and then maybe wrap up the franchise depending on how long it takes to do those. I think Private Stabby Face, I mean, it's what? It's the 3rd game in the franchise. We did Sergeant Stabby Face. We did Sergeant Stabby Face 2 Stab Harder. We did Private Stabby Face. So I do think we will do Sergeant Stabby Face 3 as the next one. Now, what I'll do for that is go back and have a look at the comments on the episode where I asked for silly sequel titles for Sergeant Stabby Face. But if you have any new suggestions for great sequel titles for that franchise, leave them in the comments below and I will throw everything into a wheel. I'll spin the wheel and we'll grab the best. Well, it won't be the best. We'll grab one at random or I'll grab the one that makes me laugh the most. I don't know. It'll be one or the other, but we'll do that in the next episode, most likely. That is going to do us for today, though. I think we're making really good progress. We are almost a $2 billion company, which positions us obviously as the most valuable company, almost 4 times as valuable as the next company on the list, which I absolutely adore. But like I said, that's going to do us for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.